Hi, it's Dr. Lori, and I'm back for part 2 of our unboxing with Beth from Dainty D Merchandise. Beth, lots of cool stuff, right?
Yes, amazing.
Amazing. We're having so much fun. Let's get started. There's more unboxing to go. I like the diversity of this. I like all the different stuff, right? And I don't wear a lot of gray. I have to say, I'm like black, white, red. I don't wear a lot of gray. But I say that this piece probably is really versatile. Do you agree, Beth? A lot of people will get a lot of wear out of a piece like this.
I agree. You can really jazz this up with like a different color shirt. So I think this would be great. It's got 3 strands, but it looks like maybe the longest one is the least tangled. And it's, yeah, I would say probably about 18 inches.
And basically composite or plastic beads, not glass.
Correct.
Even if it's not your color, it's nice. Value on that, I would probably put about 20 bucks on that. On the card, always good, right? On the card.
Absolutely. Less packaging for me.
All right. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Belk, sterling silver, cubic zirconia.
So nice.
They've got the
35.
It looks like it's went for $34.
Yeah, I said 35. Yeah. I'd still say 35, maybe a little bit less now. But and you're very conscious about the environment of trying to have things that are recycled, right?
Absolutely. All my packaging is recycled. Everything that I try and do is make sure that we are earth conscious and reusing. I mean, you don't have to necessarily throw away that packaging. So
right. Those are nice. I would probably be in the $30 range on those.
I agree.
Yeah, nice. Oh.
This is another one that I would probably let my daughter have.
Yeah, I was thinking of your daughter too. Everybody likes a pink butterfly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And faceted, I like that. The fact that it's faceted like that, even though it's, inexpensive material. So she can have that.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to hide it from her until.
Maybe it's a birthday gift.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Oh,
so might have had a tag on that.
I do like that.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to adjust it one more
time.
Why
do I like that? Because it's similar to blue and white porcelain. Oh, right? It's that same feeling of sort of the silver with the blue. It's very classic in terms of course, the design. I like that.
So, I agree. Yeah. It's definitely a nice resellable piece.
Right. And it will stand on its own. Is that true, Beth?
Yes. All right. This looks like it was probably an anklet / toe.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Maybe a hand. It seems a little long for maybe a hand.
Oh, maybe a hand. I see.
It could possibly. It's a little long.
I would think that you're got a small market share for this.
Yes, right? Absolutely.
Small market share for folks who are wearing this type of thing. So value has to be low, in my view.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would probably put that in a lot.
Yeah, or for somebody who wants to reuse the beads.
Absolutely.
So this is a big earring.
Yes, large hoop earring. I'm not seeing any markings. The metal doesn't look too great.
No, and I have to say that the set faceted crystals look okay. They look better than the metal, but you can't really help it out without that. So well, maybe you'll find the match. I don't know.
Yeah, I would resell these if I found the match, just because it doesn't look like any of the stones are missing, but
and time period on this is probably the 90s. This is probably pretty late, 90s, early 2000s. And if you do find the match, then you're probably looking at 15 bucks for the pair.
So I always check this part of these because they're usually marked. This one is not.
Yeah, the part that actually goes into your ear has enough room that they can put a stamp on it. So that's probably pretty good,
Yeah, it looks like plastic beads, so
yeah, okay. The style on that really does have that 1970s kind of feel, a little bit more classic when you have the small with the large, going into the 80s, like late 70s, early 80s of squares and squares and squares as you come down, and not too long hanging earrings. You didn't see a lot of that in the 80s either, but good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
See, there's a little bit of wear on the edges, so no markings.
So you're probably at 15 or 20 on that. Even with the wear. Statement necklaces still popular.
Absolutely. It is missing a stone, but I always tell my subscribers to make sure to check the bottom of their boxes because a lot of the times those stones might have fallen off during transport. So
Right. And then, you know, if that stone is there, a lot of people will be able to repair it if you have that stone. So
absolutely.
Oftentimes what people don't always realize too is sometimes the stones are actually the same size or cut the same. So you might be able to find one in your loose stones. It's a good idea to keep your loose stones, you know, in a part of your jewelry box. You know, and of course, our specials and shop page, I offer my recommended products like jewelry boxes. And yes, I get compensation when you purchase one of those products from drloriv.com. But those little separated areas of the jewelry box, if you lose something, it's a good idea to sort of keep it there if you find a loose stone, because sometimes, you know, that loose stone might be able to help out another necklace that lost something.
Absolutely.
That piece, I would probably investigate trying to repair that stone, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And this is actually has a marking. It's China on the back, but Lydell, New York.
Oh, Lydell, sure. Yeah. So if the stone were there, I'd be probably at $55. Without the stone, I'd probably be around $30 for that.
I agree.
Yeah, nice. So, and folks can buy from your Etsy shop, right? Dainty D merch.
Yes, Dainty D merch. They can find it in the description on my YouTube channel. In the description box, I also have an email and a Poshmark.
Okay.
So I can't read what that says, but
well, where's your loop, darling? It's right there.
Oh yes. Yes. Oh, it's airy. So like Aéropostale.
Yeah, Aéropostale, right? So newer, right? So 90s, 2000s. But you're going to need a pin and some patience to get that untangled.
Absolutely. It looks like there's another chain wrapped in here.
Go easy.
There's another chain, I think.
Okay. And this is where if you put your hands together like this, right? That's going to help you to identify a little bit more of the quality of these chains. The Aéropostale one doesn't look, in terms of high quality materials, doesn't look great, but this other one that you're pulling out might be a little bit better.
And I do like the little pendant here, but other than that, me.
Yeah, okay. Well, we don't like that.
Now we have, oh, it looks like it's a Trifari.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought that chain was going to be something good. I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice chain.
You know, how could you go wrong with that? That's great. So Trifari, and it's a later Trifari, right? It's a crown. Oh, it's got the T tag.
Yep.
Right. The T tag is going to be good for it with the crown on it. And that's probably 24. Is it 20 inches, 24 inches?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yep.
Yeah, I would say value on that because Trifari is going to be about $40. Nice.
You could almost add a pendant to that. It's so thin.
Yeah, that's a nice necklace. All
right, looks like just a loose chain. I'm going to check for any markings.
But, you know, these are the kind of chains you want to have in your jewelry box for those pendants that you love, right?
Absolutely.
You know, you just say, hey, I need that extra pendant. So that's not going to be tremendously expensive because it's not, of course, sterling silver or anything. Right. But you're still going to say, hey, you know, if I want to put a pendant on it, I have the extra chain. I don't have to go changing chains out.
Absolutely. And I like to tell my customers on Poshmark or Etsy, if they buy a pendant, I will offer them a chain.
Nice. That makes it easier, right? You're not just sitting there trying to change out. I hate to change out a chain. I like to have the pendant on the chain and put it on. But, you know, a lot of times you don't have the luxury of that. That can get expensive. So I like to have that. Ooh.
I'm going to undo the clasp here so we can get it untangled.
Okay, take your time.
Of course, I fell off the chain. Let me loop it back there. All right.
The chain is nice and dainty.
Absolutely. Very dainty.
Very dainty. Which, you know, is nice.
Is gorgeous.
Okay.
Just going to check for any markings.
I think you might be happy with this. Not finding any markings?
Broken. No, I'm not finding any markings on the pendant, but let me check the chain.
How about in the bail? How about the top of the piece? It's probable that chain came.
Oh, you're right.
Is that where it is?
Yep.
Good.
925. It says LUG or C. I think it's C. 925 CN.
Nice. Yep.
So that's nice. And the chain actually has a marking as well on the little circle right here.
Good. It's always good to try the top of the pendant. Sometimes that's the only area that they can get it to. And then that's not an area that's too obvious, so people aren't going to really see it. So you have to really kind of scrutinize. And I always tell people, sit down when you're doing this because you have to scrutinize all these different areas. So
yes, I agree. Yes. Do you want to try the Presidium with it?
Always, if you don't mind trying it, what the heck?
Why not?
I would say these are probably, relatively good stones.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. Nice. I like the big Mobe pearl, or,
Yes.
I like that large pearl in the center. That's probably at least 10 millimeters, that pearl.
It is very large.
I'm going $100 on this all day, every day. I think you
Very
can
beautiful.
I think you can make good money on that piece. That might even be a little low, 100, 110 or so. That's nice. Very beautiful. See, the stuff is out there. It's out there. You just have to do the work and look through it. But this is a nice piece for the box, the unboxing of a $39.99. What'd you say with shipping? It was $43 to
$43. So I've plenty made my money back on just a couple of pieces.
Yeah,
so.
just a couple of pieces. That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Not to mention, gifts for the kids.
I know. It's like I get some gifts for myself. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. And
my husband never has to worry about buying me jewelry. I'll tell you that much.
Well, you can never have enough. I always say that.
Exactly.
This piece, I think is cute. But of course, material is pretty low quality.
Yes, it might be another nice find for my daughter.
That's a boho kind of style too that you typically see looking back at the 60s, but this piece obviously is made probably within the last, I would say, 15 years or so. That's not a very old piece, but it looks back to that sort of those charm bracelets that show many different types of elements prior to, of course, the Pandora idea. And this piece is good looking.
It is. I like the color on it.
It's a little bit more mature in terms of its style. So it's a little bit more of, are we going to, go out for the ladies for lunch kind of thing?
I agree.
Any mark on that? Is it that's a...
No markings.
Is there a missing third?
It is. You're right. It sure is. It is missing that third one.
It's missing the third strand, huh?
It sure is.
So I'll show them what to look for. If you'll show us that portion, Beth, right there, you see there's three, there it is. Thank you, Beth. There's three little holes where that third strand comes. But even with the two strands, it's
you almost don't notice.
Pretty good shape.
Yes.
Pretty secure. So you're probably looking at the 60s for this. This is a vintage piece and a nice vintage piece. I wish it had all three because then I could say, oh, $150, but with only two of the three strands, it's only a double strand in gold tone metal with a nice clasp, a very nice clasp. I'd probably be somewhere around $65 on that last necklace. But that's a nice traditional piece. You could see Jackie Kennedy wearing that to lunch.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
What's this? Oh, that's a knot, right?
It is. This is a knot, and it looks like the clasp probably came off the other side, but that's an easy fix.
Okay. That's a good way to look at it. Get out the pliers, right? And just open it up and put it back.
Yes. Yes.
And then a pin is a good idea. A long pin to try to move it, maybe even two long pins to try to move, of course, that knot. It's hard on your hands and you don't want to break it. So pins oftentimes you work well.
So no markings, but I mean, it's very shiny and in good shape other than the knot. So
yeah. So once the knot is out, you're gonna probably sell that by itself, right?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. That's a good pendant supporting necklace, right? Yes. So it's there, it's traditional. Or unless it twists. So maybe you could wear it alone. You could wear it alone. It doesn't need a pendant. Doesn't have to have a pendant. Some necklaces need a pendant. Some of those chain links, they look like nothing, so they need a pendant. But that one, I don't think. I think you could probably wear that alone.
I think so too. So a little braided bracelet here.
With the toggle. Do you like the toggle? I can't stand the toggle. I hate that.
I'm not a big fan of the toggle either.
No, people like it, but I have to say I'm always worried I'm going to lose it.
Exactly. I'm always scared it's going to fall off. It's something that can easily fall off. So
yeah.
A catch chain would be nice.
A catch chain would be nice. I agree with that. I like the braid. I like the weightiness of it.
Yes.
You know, this is a style that goes through the whole 20th century. You can see that as far back as the 1930s, all the way up till yesterday in the 21st century. I like that piece. Not marked though.
No markings.
All right. Well, then I got to be probably $25 because there's no markings.
Can't tell. Oh,
We've
okay.
been finding some great stuff though.
They are.
You know, yeah.
Beautiful costume jewelry in this one.
Yeah. That's nice. I think that's a later knockoff of those quatrefoil pieces. That quatrefoil is actually a Renaissance form. That four sort of, it looks like a big 4-leaf clover kind of thing. But, you know, that one doesn't have any marks, right? That one looks.
No markings. No markings.
Yeah, maybe 15. It's sweet. I like a good link. I like a Figaro link. You know, I like a Gucci link. I like a good recognizable link, a snake, an S, a box chain. I like a link. So that's a nice link. You know, it's almost the paper clip that became so popular from Tiffany.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Almost
definitely reminds me of a paper clip.
Yeah. So I like that. I like that one. I like that style. And, you know, I'll go, no, it's not 14 karat gold, but it's nice. It's a nice necklace. Classic. You know, double ring earring.
Yes.
Very classic. Hopefully,
not too much wear on it though. I don't like these darkened O-rings here, but
maybe. Well, you could change them out, but I don't know if it's worth the time if you can't find a match.
Yeah, but I don't see any markings either.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that goes. Okay.
Looks like it might
be a couple together. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, it looks like it's all connected. It's very interesting.
Continuous or broken, or is there a clasp?
I think it's broken.
Typically, those are continuous. That's why I ask about the.
Okay, yeah. So here's the clasp for it.
Oh, there is a clasp.
And we got a bracelet caught in here, I think.
You're a patient girl, Beth.
I have 3 kids. I have no choice.
Well, you know, when I do the video calls, people do this, you know, and I go through and say, okay, that's this and it's worth that. And, you know, they do this a lot with their collections, resellers particularly, and also folks who just collected pieces or inherited pieces of costume jewelry on my video calls, which of course are easy to book at drloriB.com. But for the most part, with a piece like this, usually that's continuous. Usually that doesn't have a clasp. The fact that this one looks like it has a lobster clasp, means that you can easily wrap it and then decide where you're going to hook it. If it didn't have that, then you're taking the risk of just wrapping the piece around your neck, and that puts undue stress on the whole piece.
Okay, so, it actually did come apart.
It did come apart, yeah.
So, okay, so this is a separate one. It does have the lobster clasp.
Okay.
And
nice, so that's a lot. That's going to go in a lot, probably.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I do like this one though. This really shiny beads on there.
Yeah, those beads are nice. Those beads are nice.
It's long, so I'm going to kind of curve it for us.
And that style, I have to say, is definitely late 20th century, but it kind of looks like those beads are of a quality level that's a little higher than I might expect.
Yes.
Yeah. I think those beads are quite nice. I like the one you're looking at right now.
I do too.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And
very shiny.
Yeah. I even think some of those blue-green ones, those teal ones that are sort of elongated down. Yeah, I think those are pretty nice. I don't know. That's a pretty good one. And it looks like the clasp actually looks a little bit better than most too. Oh, so that's a clasp that you'd usually see on a set of pearls. That hooks into where? Maybe it's lost.
I think it might be lost. It could hook into here, but
because typically you're going to have a clasp. I have one here on the table. You're going to have a clasp like this for pearls is typically what we see. But that's basically what we're looking at. So typically that's the same type of clasp as you will see on pearls.
It's like maybe a little mother of pearl.
Oh, nice. Find the pair, find the pair, find the
I know. Let's cross our fingers. I've had really good luck lately finding pairs, so.
It's funny that you found the pair of one earring in the next box.
Yes, it's so funny. And that's what I tell people too. If you buy, this actually came with my last box from last week. And it I don't know if they just pick it up and put it in each box right next to each other, but you find a lot of the pairs, especially if you buy 2 boxes.
Right. Okay.
So we got a chain here.
Cool. No chain. No mark.
Let me pull out the loop. It's fairly worn.
You're so funny because I always have the loop. I'm constantly with the loop. And it's funny because you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll look at the loop. Yeah, I guess I won't look at the loop.
Yeah.
I always say the loop's a money magnet. You're going to see so much with the loops, you know. That chain, again, those are chains that are sort of good to just have in your collection. And they're chains that a lot of people look for. So not high, not a lot of value, but so that doesn't match the other one that we saw.
No, it does not. None of the jewels. It kind of looks like gunmetal gray.
Yeah. I'm not big on gunmetal.
Me neither.
That's just a stylistic thing. A lot of people do like it, and a lot of people it looks good on. Depends on your, I think, on your tone of your face, tone of your skin.
Too.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
It's plastic.
I gotta say that style looks like the 1950s into the 60s, and it is looking like Bakelite to me.
Oh, nice.
I would do the test. I show you how to do the tests on, of course, the channel with respect to how to test for Bakelite, but the way that piece looks, it doesn't look like just plain old plastic.
Oh,
that's
good
nice.
to know.
Yeah, that's a mid-century piece, definitely. I hope you find the match.
I do too. We're getting closer to the bottom here, so
yeah, okay.
That's when you usually find all the goodies.
Fun. What fun I had with Beth from Dainty D Merchandise. You can find her on YouTube. What a great time we had unboxing, but you know what? There's more. So we've got this piece that we're going to look at and many more when we come back with another video on unboxing.